Okay, hello everybody. Welcome to a surprise episode of my Manic Musings. Well, wait, I can't. Wait a minute. Oh, right. Ha ha! We don't have to do that no more. Sorry, I jumped ahead. So, quick episode. Everyone, grab your cups, grab your chalices, your steins, and whatever else you may have your liquids in tonight. Not coffee, tonight's cocoa. Join me for our ritual sipping. Go. All right. So, quick episode tonight. It's been a minute. Lots going on. I'm not getting into anything personal tonight, other than how I was personally affected by the death of Michael Joseph Jackson. Today is the anniversary of his murder, and I felt it important now that I'm doing this communication to express just how much that affected me. No single celebrity, musician, famous person's death affected me as much as Michael Jackson's death. Um, I didn't realize how much he meant to me until he was murdered, which is funny. I was in a really deep, dark place for months afterwards, mourning, just listening over and over and over his stuff, getting into deep cuts. Um, Michael, I have a phrase that I say often, which is I do not believe in God, but I do believe in Michael Jackson. So, Michael be with you all. And I mean that because nobody on this planet had more of a stake in sharing that message uh, of one unity, one love. Um, and Okay, I wasn't gonna get political, but it's kind of funny how the same slings and arrows Trump went through are a lot of the same slings and arrows that Michael went through, and a lot of the same reason because they were bucking the system that made them, and people don't like those in charge don't like it when they get called out, and Michael towards the end of his life was really, really, really speaking out about rights of musicians and how the record labels are making slaves of their artists. And kind of how, like, remember how Prince changed his name to the symbol? Uh, he did that because his record label owned Prince, so he couldn't record under Prince, but he had ideas that they didn't want to release as Prince, so he did them as, the artist formerly known as. It was kind of what Michael was getting into too, and similar people, how they both were taken out, suspicious circumstances. Uh, Funny enough, both by drugs, and drugs are an easy way to off somebody and make it look like overdose or suicide or something because of pop excess. Um, but unlike with Prince, Michael, there actually is a convicted felon who was convicted, sentenced, and imprisoned for his murder, and that was Dr. Conrad Murray. And now, to be truthful to truth and to be honest with honesty, Conrad Murray enabled Michael's dependency on the drugs that he was hooked on. Now, when you're Michael Jackson, I can't imagine the kind of pressure since the time he was like 6 years old or 5 years old or whatever age that they still ambiguous about when he started. But he's literally been in the public eye since he was aware of eyes, and I can't not begrudge that man having indulgences in substances to have some type of normalcy in his life. Now, it's a shame more people didn't have, like, he too many. Obviously, when you're Michael Jackson, you have yes men up aplenty, so he didn't have anyone to tell him to slow the fuck down. It's a shame that he was such a mama's boy, but his mama never told him, dude, stop. So, anyways, Michael Jackson, um, June 25th, 2009. So, what's that? 12 years, 14 years, 12 years. So yeah, 12 years ago, American singer Michael Jackson died of acute propofol and benzodrine intoxication at his home in the Homley Hills of Los Angeles. Physician Conrad Murray said that he had found Jackson in his room not breathing, and so on and so forth. August 28th, L.A. coroner concluded that Jackson's death was a homicide. Jackson had been administered propofol and anti-anxiety loboprime and misoprene by his doctor. Misoprene. Conrad was convicted of involuntary manslaughter in 2011 and served 2 years of a 4-year sentence with time off for good behavior. So he was actually, he may or may not have been assassinated by the people he was speaking out against, but he was definitely murdered. It's it happened, and and that's what I think shocked me the most when it happened. Is I mean, the outpouring. I mean, like, yeah, that guy had been everything. I mean, I have, those are my vinyls from when I was a kid, and I got more. And there's obviously thrillers in there. I mean, every kid in the 80s had, every kid in the 80s. Don't let anyone fool you. Everyone had Thriller or knew someone who had Thriller that they were able to go and listen to Thriller. I mean, that's still the perfect album to this day. Most, yeah, every song on that, is a hit in and of itself. Even if it didn't hit, each one, if the other, if like Beat It, Billie Jean, Human Nature, fucking say. No, that's not say. It was the one he did with Paul McCartney. At the same time, motherfucker did songs with Paul McCartney with the Beatle, and then motherfucker bought the Beatle catalog. Remember, that's how Michael Jackson got so dangerous to people, is because he bought the majority share of the Sony ATV music publishing catalog, and he held it for ransom. And then when it's strange, when you live in that lifestyle, he was cash poor. On paper he was worth probably 500 million billion, like, he was worth a chunk of change on paper, but he had spent all of his money. Like, so, like, you can, borrow against future earnings and past earnings. Like, you like Thriller, that's going to sell, so you can borrow against. So it's a weird, so he put himself into a hole, absolutely. Again, no one told him to stop. Um, and it's a shame. So yeah, 12 years ago today, Michael Jackson was killed by Conrad Murray, the guy who he entrusted to keep him. My milk. I need my milk. I need my milk. A very good and sad testimony to the power of Michael is that This Is It documentary. They did a really good job. Sure, it's an exploit of a dead entertainer, but they put in a lot of money into that, and I'm sure Michael would have wanted that out because they did a really respectful, I think, job. I saw that in the theater. That I have the DVD. The album that came with it was amazing. They did a duet. Uh, his brothers, the Jackson Five, did a duet with him after his death, because they took a track that he did and did background. Oh my god! Like, go listen to that. So Michael, motherfucking Joseph Jackson died today, 12 years ago, at the hands of someone else. Um, Usually I would be inundating my social medias with videos and testimonies and blah, 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 but I thought this would be a more intimate experience. Um, and my avatar for right now is the Michael S. King. Um, anyways, I'm gonna leave it there. That's what's been popping through my brainstem today. I'll just do a quick. I don't feel. Do I really need to do any episodes on the turnip in chief? Because he's collapsing in front of us, right? And listen, as scary as it's going to be, uh, President Harris, she's a Bay Area hood chick. So I mean, hell, a Bay Area hood chick, we're going to get a lot of attention here. So selfishly, it might be good. I don't know. So, if you really, really want me to get into some of that stuff, I'm not paying attention. Um, the Arizona audit just finished today. Georgia just had a very important lawsuit. Uh, is able to go forward about election integrity in Georgia. When it came in 2 days ago, yesterday. Um, Pennsylvania, Michigan. There's a lot of stuff going on right now. But I got so much going on in my life right now. Um, Anyways, I'm gonna leave it there. Peace and love. Peace and love. Peace and love. Night out.